Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Um, just an update for you. Um, I just cleared up my phone and connection because if you really listen to my video, it was my last two videos ago, they were really like slow. So what I did is I transferred some, or I deleted a lot of memory from my phone, and then it should be good. It should go out without a niche or any difficulty. Um, it should be okay. I I I just came back from the movies. Fast forward to today's action. The Blue Jays won, but the only thing I don't know that they won. I noticed score, it was 6-4, I believe so. Good job on the Blue Jays. But anyways, fast forward to what I did today. Today, for the first time ever, I watched like probably 0 hours of TV, or maybe 1 or 2 hours. First time ever I did that. But anyways, the only matchup I watched was Bianca Andrescu's matchup with the American, the Wozniacki. And let me tell you what a great matchup it was. Wozniacki, Caroline Wozniacki gave Andrescu a fight. Like, they didn't actually fight, but Caroline Wozniacki, she was like, every time Canada's Bianca Andrescu won 15 loves, she would come back 15-15, and then it was a tie game. It was tied, and I think Bianca, Canada's teenage tennis phenomenon, I think she won the matchup because when I saw it last, I think there was another matchup going on, so I'm guessing Bianca actually won the matchup. I'm not a big, huge tennis fan, so I don't know. I just know that there are 3 sets, and the winner of 3 sets moves on. If I know tennis, I know that much about tennis. They say 15 love, 15 all. Tennis is actually different. Tennis is, they go up 15-30 a day. It's a bit different. To explain tennis, I would have to actually read it, because all I understand about tennis is that tennis is 3 hours, or it can be longer if the opponent plays good tennis. Which right now, because Bianca is a teenager, that is why Bianca Andrescu is she's only like what 18 years old now. When I was 18, I was in probably grade 9 high school. I'm 28 right now. Um, and the only thing I'm doing is, look, I'm taking care of my heart. That is what I'm doing. That's why I'm not watching a lot of TV. As you can see, there's nothing on TV. And when the hockey comes back, I'll be watching probably 3 hours of TV. Maybe more because I'm now a veteran at uh, at my job. When I work part time, I I work for Varsity Sports. Um, I work for them, and let me show you about the books I'm reading. I'm reading this No Ordinary Boy by Deborah Ellis, and just quickly, it's about Valley Villa is an orphan who lives on the streets of Calcutta, India. Um, it tells you about the main character, and it tells you that a new unforgettable young heroine from the author of The Breadwinner. This is a Canadian novel, and also I'm reading about the Titanic, that fateful night of Dorothy Wilton, Halifax, Nova Scotia, 1912, is by Dorothy. This is Dorothy Walton, and it's a Deal Canada, that fateful night. And on the back here it says May 2nd, 1912. I'm not going to write about the Titanic disaster. I'm not going to write about anything more about it, or talk about it, or think about it. The newspaperman at the train station said, "You're part of history now, kid." I am not. I refuse. She is a schoolgirl, and she I'm referring to is Dorothy. So, Dorothy is a schoolgirl, not some old person in history. She's very, she was the actress who was playing Titanic is actually an actor. This was the real girl from the Titanic that sunk back in 1912, long before I was born, before the start of the universe, or the early days. So really the first yeah, so these are pretty interesting books. I will update you guys on what I've read so far. And yeah, so I look forward to reading No Ordinary Boy and That Fateful Night, because I'm interested what really happened in that Titanic in 1912 in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm starting to read because number one, it's good for you, and number two, you will actually learn something. And you know what? It's for my career betterment. Like I want to pursue my studies, which is a good thing. My friend from the Liberal Party says that you should follow your goals, whatever it is. i- Whatever your goal is, make sure to follow it, even though it may take you longer. But hey, I'm only young. I'm 28, so I really think that it could help me. And so yeah, I'm I'm going back to school literally. I'm I'm working backwards. By backwards, I mean uh, I have to read up on my English and uh, and uh, and study for the journalistic exam because I want to be sports journalist. Because that's what keeps me sane. Before, I don't tell people about this, but FYI, I used to have a lot of, I guess, anxiety and and because there is so much news and so much bloody bulls. Sorry about the bloody blood, but there's so much actual real blood from the in the news that I just shut the news and focus on watching sports or reading or doing something else with my time. I mean, my thoughts on the violence, it has to stop. And and going back, and you know why there is so much violence in the world? I blame mostly I blame these movies who show violence. I mean, it's unnecessary. Why not show some good stuff like racing or motocross racing, sports, good stuff. Why so violence, Hollywood? You know what? I'm not a very big proponent about violence because, truthfully, it's not. Violence is never the answer to the world's problems. If you are just willing to sit at a table and talk about your issues, the world will be a more better place. And these I'm not discriminating anybody, but but I'm seeing a very common thing about gun violence in the city. Um, Number one is always the black people. Number two is because of Doug Ford's stupid idea of legalizing marijuana. Because 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 this is my opinion, marijuana does absolutely nothing about nothing. It does nothing but damage your brain cells. It damages your brain cells and makes you go crazy, and that's why the gun violence is so up, and the police chief is not doing anything about it. I mean, I mean, the police chief is a lazy bum. He's not doing anything about it, and it's not like banning guns or banning marijuana or doing doing any bloody thing about it. He's, he's not lifting a finger, he's just talking. Why not you just lift a finger, Mr. Police Chief? I won't name the police chief, but this goes to every police chief. They're not doing a better job of policing, and that is why violence is up in the city. I'm scared to go out. I spend most of my time on the computer and drinking water and doing something else because I refuse to watch news. I just refuse because I'm bloody sick and tired of, sorry I'm saying the word bloody a lot, but seriously guys, there must be something done. Like take for example New Zealand. What New Zealand has done is they've banned guns. Why not the police chief of Toronto or Ontario in general? Why don't they just learn from New Zealand and ban guns altogether, except for the police, which of course they need to do their freaking jobs. That is my 2 cents on how Toronto could be more gun friendly. Just look on the. Let me just tell you guys statistics. Since last year, I think gun violence is up in the city, all because of this marijuana and pot and ecstasy and drugs and all that paraphernalia, and Hollywood is mostly to blame because they saw gun violence in the movies. They saw gun violence sitcom. Somehow people are still allowed to buy guns in public. The cops need to do a better job at policing, you know what? They need to do a better job at policing in general, or banning on handguns, all those sniper weapons. Just ban it. Learn from New Zealand. New Zealand is doing a good job of banning these guns and snipers and bombs and whatnot. They're doing the best job. Just why don't the police just learn from New Zealand? That is my opinion on how they should better police, do a better job, and just ban them. Just be strict with these guys, these criminals. Just do a better freaking job. Okay, guys? Like seriously, it's not a laughing matter. The police just needs to do a better job, and they need to use their brain, less of talk. Okay, and Hollywood, they need to put a disclaimer saying that guns are just they should put a disclaimer saying guns hurt people. Please don't use guns in actual real life because they kill and they leave blood. Please, that is Toronto in a nutshell. There's always violence. Violence is never Violence is never the answer. Just talking would solve all of their freaking problems. Okay, that is my personal bias on this topic of violence, and okay, guys, I will end today's vlog right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Thumbs up if you liked today's video, and peace out, and I'll see you next.